Wake up, morning mayhem's online. We got amato, toning and morning to bringing you the latest. There's nothing we can't do. Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional, we're knocking down the door.
Good morning, Woodland, and welcome to B-Day, October 3rd. And it is a truncated day, a shortened day, an abbreviated day, an abridged day, if you will, here at Woodland Regional High School. So teachers can be taught how to do things better, differently, mo better.
I'm going to rename you Mr. Thesaurus.
Mr. Thesaurus. I'd like to be the Dr. Thesaurus one day. I get my PhD in thesaurusology. It was about 6 degrees this morning, and I wouldn't say it's partly cloudy or partly sunny. It's just gray. So I think that's what it's going to look like for the rest of the day, but it should warm up a bit, another 7 or 8 degrees later on this afternoon as we move through the half day. So hopefully there'll be some sun out when everyone's getting out around 11 a.m. this morning. Our truncated schedule is going to be all classes are going to be about an hour instead of 80 minutes apiece. Pastime will remain the same. There is no advisory and there is no lunch. So you have all 4 bucks. No lunch. Well, there'll be lunch for us right after school ends. I think we get like half hour, 45 minutes for lunch. And then
15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Chess players, don't forget today is after school on Thursdays. You know what? I just saw Mr. Sutton in the parking lot this morning, and we talked about chess club, but I didn't ask what's going to happen on a half day.
I was told no chess club today.
No chess club today.
No chess club for you.
You can play chess club if you want. You can play.
Yeah, you can do it at home.
First rule of chess club is don't talk about chess club. No, actually, the first rule of chess club is talk about chess club. Get more people to go play at chess club. Class 2025. Dun, 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 dun. Senior projects are due tomorrow. It's happening. Make sure you have your proposals in. It says 2 days. That means all day today and by tomorrow. You have to have your senior project proposals in. I want you to support Woodland's National Honor Society by going to eat a sub at Jersey Mike's. You can order. You know what? They do a good job with pre-ordering. If you order on the app, that sandwich is ready to go. You just jump in, grab it, and go after that.
Maybe we'll do that today.
October 22nd. We can definitely, I enjoy a Jersey Mike's sub right now.
I have not had one in like 2-3 years. So.
Oh, it's time.
Yeah, I thought we had one last season for volleyball.
Did we?
I bought you one.
Fine. Then last season.
Since last season. That's a whole year ago. It is. It will put you. That's the day we got.
Maybe it's the last time I've gone to a Jersey Mike.
Yes.
2 or 3 years.
We got the. You went next door to Quarry Coffee.
Yeah,
you got the coffee. I picked the subs up.
Yeah.
There was a day. We made a day out of it.
I remember getting coffee.
Yeah.
I got 2 coffees that day.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
gosh.
right.
Oh, gosh.
2 coffees.
It's back. Woodland's annual pumpkin character contest. This theme is going to be famous person people. My advisor's already decided what we want to do. I don't know if we can pull it off, but we're going to give it a whirl and see if we can't win again. We've been pretty successful in the pumpkin painting arena. And I keep going. Clash of the classes. The juniors are out in front. The new advisories that will be coming next week are Croce, Cullen, Jackman, McSweeney. We should have pretty good competition. Emails are going out to those advisors, so hopefully they will be here to participate and score some points. Week 5 for fantasy starts tonight, so if you haven't made your picks for the fantasy football for Morning Mayhem, make sure that you do. Hawk Wings has their first meeting October 10th. That's next week. So if you want to join the Hawk Wings Kindness Club, join them in room 229 on October 10th. And your last opportunity to write an essay about your local government is tomorrow. So make sure that you're going to win your scholarship for $1,000. You get that essay finished writing by tomorrow. The Pom-Pom Week of the Poll is New England Patriots or New York Giants. And Mom, I don't know. The people I've been asking, there's been a lot of Patriot responses. Did you vote?
I did not, but it's interesting. There's no Jets.
Who?
We got a lot of Jets fans in this building.
It's kind of funny. Like you would bring that. Yeah, all right. That's a good point. But there's also Bills fans in the building.
Exactly.
And Packer fans.
Oh,
Yeah.
far and few between.
Taylor
Oh.
Sympathy. She's a Bills fan. Fine Arts Nights coming up. You have the Ben's Bells mural. They're raising money, selling cozies for $10 for your coffee cup. Slide that right around there. Keep that coffee nice and warm. And fine arts events coming up. You have Fine Arts College Night. You have a fall play. You have a winter fine arts night. Then you have the spring musical and spring fine arts night. They also have art club on Mondays and Tuesdays. There's a lot going down on the fine arts departments. Tennis club. Don't forget, tomorrow you're going to be playing tennis out there on the courts. Timber Team has a fundraiser. They're selling some satchels, if you will, some cross-sling bags for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. They're pink. They look adorable. So take a look at that on Schoology. And also, its parent-teacher conferences are coming up. I believe those are next week.
Following week.
Not next week.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. In 2 weeks. What's that, the 15th, 16th, 17th?
Yes.
Yes.
Gotcha. All right, so
Tuesday,
it's 2
Wednesday,
weeks.
Thursday. No school Monday.
And the class of 2026 has a fundraiser, and I believe they're selling cakes and cookies, if I'm not mistaken. I could be entirely mistaken on that one.
That's
Let me
correct.
just double check on that. They are selling pie, cookie dough. Pie and cookie dough,
Close enough.
not cake. Boy, when I say it, I really want cake sounds good right about now. Today in history, the verdict of the O.J. Simpson murder trial was delivered on October 3rd, 1995, finding Simpson not guilty of the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. This highly publicized trial captivated the nation and remains one of the most talked about events in American pop culture and legal history. And that's all I'm going to say on that. Today's birthday is Gwen Stefani, was born in 1960. Oh my God, Gwen Stefani and I are just about exactly the same age. She's
Really?
2 months separate us. What is she doing differently than I'm doing?
You want me to start?
Good Lord. I have taken a wrong turn somewhere. The American singer and songwriter was the lead singer of No Doubt and also a successful solo artist, and has dabbled in the country music scene as well with one Blake Shelton, mostly notably known for her songs Holla Back Girl and Don't Speak. And I believe those are some of the big ones there. Our birthdays in the building today are Jake Southard. He was born in 2008. So
not the same age as you.
No, not the same age as me by any stretch of the imagination. And today, International Day, is World Habitat Day. It's observed to reflect the state of towns and cities and to emphasize the basic right of all for adequate sheltered life. And that's your day today. Over to the news desk with Tomlin.
And now, with the latest headlines, over to the news desk with Tomlin.
Morning, a couple top stories start today. First off, a doctor charged in the drug-related death of actor Matthew Perry has pleaded guilty in the case. Dr. Mark Chavez changed his plea to guilty in a Los Angeles court to a charge of conspiracy to distribute the surgical anesthetic ketamine. Chavez, 54, operated a ketamine clinic and sold ketamine lozenges to Dr. Salvador Placenta, who supplied them to Perry, star of NBC sitcom Friends. If any of you are looking for employment, the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency, the CIA, has launched a new drive to recruit informants in China, Iran, and North Korea. I don't really know if this is the best way to get informants, is to advertise that you're currently recruiting informants, but if you currently live in China, Iran, or North Korea, the CIA wants to hire you to spy.
Wow. All right. Open enrollment.
The organization posted messages on social media accounts in Mandarin, Farsi, and Korean on Wednesday, instructing users how to contact it securely. I don't mean to be laughing.
No, that's you got to have a recruiting program. Marketing counts.
All right. Moving on to domestic news. Some manufacturers and retailers are urging President Joe Biden to invoke a 1947 law as a way of suspending a strike of 45,000 dock workers that has shut down 36 U.S. ports from Maine to Texas. At issue is Section 206 of the Labor Management Relations Act of 1947, better known as the Taft-Hartley Act. Law authorizes the president to seek a court order of an 80-day cooling-off period for companies and unions to try to resolve the differences. President Joe Biden has said that he won't be intervening in the strike. Last but not least, Israel pressed forward on two fronts Wednesday, pursuing a ground incursion into Lebanon against Hezbollah that left 8 Israeli soldiers dead and conducting strikes in Gaza that killed dozens, including children. As Israel vowed to retaliate for Iran's ballistic missile attack a day earlier, the region braces for further escalation. And there's your news.
And that's your news with Tomlin. Over to the sports desk with Mama Manning. That jumped right in.
Time now for sports.
That
with
was quick.
Mama Manning.
That button was touchy. I barely touched it. I bruised it.
All right. So no varsity sports to report. Nothing today. But I do have a story I want to share, and it's the War in the Woods tradition. 3 years in a row now. We're selling T-shirts. It's a fundraiser. Last year, the money went to the granddaughter of one of the coaches who's battling cancer. This year, it will be going to two former players who lost their fathers. And we're selling the T-shirts. The game is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. That's the tradition. They're going to be wearing T-shirts. We're going to be wearing T-shirts. And it's a war in the woods.
All
Buy
right.
your T-shirts. That's our fundraiser.
Buy your T-shirts.
It's all on Schoology. Place your order.
All right. And that's the sports with Mama Manning. This
Man.
morning, our guests are from the esports team, Jim Amato and Paul Geary. Thanks for coming in, gentlemen.
Thank you. Good to see you. Good. Thank you for having us.
Good morning. Good morning. Two
Pleasure
English
to be here.
teachers.
Thank you for
Mhm.
having us.
Oh, yes.
Excuse me, sir. You have to move your mic closer
I'm
to
sorry.
your
Yeah,
mouth. Perfect.
Oh, wow.
back that off a little
Perfect.
bit.
Wow. Hey, we got people listening. Come on.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. So I know all about emails. I know all about E-Trade, and I definitely know about ESPN, but I know nothing
Wait.
about esports. So fill us in. What is esports?
Well, that makes three of
hold on a
us.
second. You know about E-Trade?
I do.
Oh, awesome.
Yes.
Those baby commercials are awesome.
So esports are I don't love the name, but I guess it's short for electronic sports. It's basically video games, competitive video game teams. So there's esports in high school and colleges now. So Mr. Amato came to me with some information from the CIAC, actually, who is sort of promoting schools in Connecticut to start an esports team. So that is what we are doing here at Woodland.
Just gathering together some of the kids that are already playing the games, and they're non-violent. They don't.
Mhm.
Well, I say non-violent. It's Smash Brothers is one of the
Yes,
Smash Bros.
but it's cartoonish violence. So the
Exactly.
first three
It's like a
games,
fighting game.
the first three games we are moving forward with are Super Smash Brothers, Rocket League, and Mario Kart. So two of those are Nintendo games, and then Rocket League is basically kind of it's sort of like polo with flying
I go
cars.
more with like soccer. with
Yeah,
flying
soccer,
cars.
polo, something. You drive around the cars
It's like
and
you
you
have
have
a
to score
giant
points.
beach ball
Yeah,
or
yeah,
a soccer ball, and you have to hit it with your car, and it's in a dome. I mean, it doesn't make much sense when we're saying it standing in the hallway here.
But it's
when you see it
popular.
on the
Kids like it.
game,
Yeah.
So you're looking for students to
Yes.
form teams, sign up, and compete?
So we have the team. We are looking for team members. So any student at Woodland is eligible, all ability levels. If they are a hardcore gamer or they've never played a game before, anyone is welcome to join. All different ability levels and
hand-eye coordination, any kind of that speed that this. Your kids talking about how good they are at games. You know what?
This is
Why
the
don't you just-
opportunity.
Exactly.
Do they need to bring any equipment or?
they
That's the question.
we still need to work out a number of details here, and we have a Schoology page. There's posters around the building. We have had a lot of interest. A lot of students join the Schoology page. We will be providing details on the Schoology page as we get them.
Right.
As of now, students are welcome to bring their own equipment. They don't necessarily have to, but it is going to be for Super Smash Brothers and for Mario Kart. Those are two Nintendo Switch games. Students are welcome to bring their own equipment, their own Switch. Rocket League, I think we are going to use our own equipment here at the school. So, and all quote unquote practices and matches will be right here at Woodland. So there's no travel. And then hopefully if we make any sort of tournament games or tournament matches, those will be at another school.
Right. So we'll have some scrimmages and work towards a state title in the spring.
There's other schools around that do have teams. I do believe there's local schools and there's schools in the state that have teams that we can
That
play
was the
against.
question
too.
I had. So you're competing against other students,
Yes,
in
other
the
students at
state
other
of
schools.
Connecticut.
Yep.
and the tournament is run by the CIAC.
It is sanctioned by the
Well, it's sanctioned by the CIAC. Yeah,
but it's hosted.
Yeah, it's,
by
it's hosted by another platform.
And what does the winner receive?
State tournament plaque.
A tournament
A,
plaque.
a
yeah.
virtual plaque or an
Wow.
actual
An
plaque?
actual plaque like every other sport that's
So
in the building.
can e-athletes letter? Is there going to be varsity,
Oh,
sub-varsity?
good question.
We to
I
be
think right now there's
TBD.
only a varsity level competition, and I think within your own program you can have who's going to step up to play in those roles because you have multiple people playing Mario Kart as a competitive league. So you take your best, kind of like tennis, you have the ladder. Who is your best competitors, and you're going to put them out on top.
I was just going to ask, is this going to be set up like tennis? Are you going to have singles, doubles? Is it going to be ladders? Like how do you, are either one of you familiar with how the competitions are going to look? Have you an
No.
opportunity to
these are a lot of
to
hard
view
questions
these?
for this time of the morning.
All right, so I've
I
watched
barely like to talk in the morning.
I've
Much
watched a
less.
great
we
deal
know
of
that.
esports
Yes.
on television, and from sitting at my couch eating Cheetos and watching guys do, I'm like, oh, that looks easy.
So
The,
do you
so,
know
yeah,
who
yeah.
the competition in Connecticut is?
Yes, we do, but I don't remember off the top of my head, so I don't want to misspeak. But yes, we do have a list. So the third party platform that runs these sports, I believe they're called Play VS. They provide an incredibly comprehensive guide to everything. They have every bit of information we can want. They have provided it with us. So we have all the schools that have teams. We have their contact information. So we will be reaching out to them. I cannot remember all the schools at the
I don't
moment, so
remember
I
all
don't want
of
to
them either.
misspeak. But there are some local schools. I'm just about positive there's some NVL schools in there. And then they also have a whole comprehensive rule book and guidebook for all these questions.
We have
So
an intensive conditioning program for them. The nutritionist is coming in.
Have you
We're gonna
designed
be
uniforms
busy.
yet?
yeah,
You know
we're
what's gonna
working
be-
on the logo.
Yeah, it's going to be more like a fire suit for
Like a racing-
NASCAR. Yeah,
Perfect.
I think we're gonna have
Perfect.
sponsorships on there.
Speed suit.
Yeah,
Tell us the time frame. When do we sign up? When do we start?
Now.
So there,
Now.
yes, you can sign up with us right now on the Schoology page. The official sign up for the quote unquote spring season is in a few weeks, and that season begins actually in February, and there's a few weeks of preseason. Then the season itself, I think, is 8 to 10 weeks. It's not too long. And then there's a week or so of postseason. So altogether, it's not a huge time commitment. There are 2 seasons. One is going on now. We
didn't make that one.
didn't make that one.
Okay.
And then there's a spring season. So there's 2 seasons of about 10, 14 weeks each, something like that.
Yes.
So yeah, no one's missed any deadlines yet. We will put the information out on Schoology when we know that students can officially sign up.
I hear my daughter talking in my ear, and I hear her saying, "Mr. Geary, you're taking on something else."
Yeah.
But this sounds like something that you really.
I
enjoy
don't
and
work
you
too
love.
hard, Nance. Just ask anyone around. So,
Well, thank you so much for coming in. We enjoyed this conversation.
all right.
Students, see them for questions.
And on
see them
behalf of
for
the show,
enrollment.
Thank
Don't
you very
forget.
much for having us.
yeah, she's Mama Manning. He just ran down the hallway. He's Tomlin. I'm Amato. Good morning, Woodland.
Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional. We're knocking down the door.
Every morning at 7 a.m.
Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram too. We're streaming on Spotify. We're reaching out to you. Join the Morning Mayhem crew.
Knocking down the door.